Hey folks, welcome back to Explorminate. I'm just going to give you a bit of an update on what's going on with the channel because it's been about a month now, nearly, since Rob did his last sort of channel update video, and there's not a whole lot changed to be honest, but um, he was just giving an update there on the status of what's going on with him producing videos. He's back at work after an extended period of leave because he was sick, and he's just struggling to find any time to basically make videos. And it's not things haven't changed with Rob there. I think from talking to him the other day. I'm in a similar boat at the moment. I'm back. I'm studying, and I'm going to be just mad busy until the end of August, pretty much. I think maybe midway through August, and then the semester starts again in September, and it's going to be full on. So I'm just really, really busy as well. It's a real shame because we'd like to get more content out for this channel. We're just not really. Neither of us are really able to kind of produce anything on the regular basis. So I'm not going to talk about Rob because I'm sure Rob will give you his own update at some point when he's got the moment. But just personally speaking, I've got 3 series on the go here for Explorminate at the moment. First one is Shadow Empire, which I've just uploaded the 77th episode, and I've got 91 recorded. And these were all recorded really, really well a long time ago. I recorded most of it in April and May, and I did it kind of back to back. And I am going to finish this series. I want to finish it because I'm just really invested in it. I've just had so much fun with it. It's just been really, really good, and I know that everybody who's been watching it, they want to see it finished. So that will be finished, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm going to do it. It might, if it takes another 100 episodes, which I don't think it will. I think we're in the end game now, but that one is getting done. There's a Caster of Magic series that is still unfinished, and I don't think that one's going to get finished. And so I don't know, people might be a bit disappointed about that, but here's the reason why. I'm experienced enough with Caster of Magic now to know that once you hit a certain point of failure with it, it's really, really hard to bring it back. And I don't think that that's a game that I can finish. There's another reason why I'm going to leave it, and that reason is that Caster of Magic for Windows has now come out. And I really wanted to cover that, but because I had this ongoing series, it kind of stopped me, and I was a bit disappointed by that. So I think I'm going to leave that one and just call it a loss. There's also a Conquest of Elysium series that I've got going, which is my playthrough with the Hoburgs, and that is definitely going to get finished. I'm going to play some of that as soon as I can. That's a game that I can play quite easily because it doesn't take me a long time to set up. So if you don't know, every time that I play Shadow Empire now with that particular series, that long series that I'm playing, it takes me about half an hour to set up before the game because I have to read all my notes, figure out what it was that I was doing. I try to watch the videos, the previous video to try and kind of get my head around where I was. I've got like 50 zones in that game now, like 50 cities, and it's massive. And there's a war on several fronts. It's really, really hard for me to kind of just pick it up and play it. Whereas Conquest of Elysium is a lot easier. And this will segue neatly into something that I wanted to talk about, which is the other reason why I'm going to finish that Conquest of Elysium 4 game is that I know that the guys from Illwinter are watching it, and I know that because they emailed me and told me they were watching that, and they were I think they've quite enjoyed watching somebody who probably isn't quite so familiar with the game as some of their beta testers, and the other guys who they kind of look to, and it's been quite useful for them, I think, to kind of like look at how a sort of less experienced player has approached the game, and using that maybe in the development of Conquest of Elysium 5. And the reason why they emailed me even was because I actually asked them if they were up for doing an interview in the run-up to Conquest of Elysium 5's release, and they've said yes, which is amazing. I feel very privileged that they'd want to do that because they very, very rarely do interviews with people. I mean, the last interview that I saw that they did, that I can find in my cursory search, was like 2015, which I think was when they released Conquest of Elysium 4. So they really don't do these interviews very often, and well, we want to make a good go of it, right? So that's something that I'm arranging. I've been talking to Christopher about, and we're arranging that. It's definitely going ahead. It's just a matter of when, and when myself, Drexy, and Daz Tactic, who are going to be doing the interview with them, when we can all get round to doing it. But it will be at some point in the next month. So because for me it needs to be before my exams. And you know, I don't know exactly when Conquest of Elysium is coming out, but it's going to be in August, I think. At least that was what they were saying initially. So it sounds like it's going to be an August release, and that's not set in stone. So yeah, so we've got an interview with Illwinter, and that's really exciting, and I hope everyone else can get behind us and get excited about that, because, you know, it's, like I say, we're quite privileged that they've agreed to do that. So yeah, so that's basically a quick channel update. There aren't going to be a huge amount of videos coming out. I will be picking up on the Shadow Empire series, and maybe, you know, the odd video here and there. Oh, there's another thing that I have got in the works, which is I've got a multiplayer game of Valor and Victory that I'm going to be recording with Richard York, who is a guy that I've been playing Dominions with, and he does stuff for Slytherin as well. So and he's agreed that it might be fun to do a multiplayer game of Valor and Victory, because it's kind of a World War II based squad tactical level board game system, I guess. And yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, Richard's very kindly agreed to do a multiplayer series. So providing, I know Richard's been really busy recently, just like me, so once we've both got the time, we're going to record that, and then that's going to go up on the site, because I think it would be good to show that game off a little bit. So stay tuned for more reviews on the website. The website's, we're getting loads of reviews out. We've got some really good writers now, and that's the one thing that I am doing consistently for the website, is I'm the editor. I've been editing stuff, and Rob's not really had a whole lot of time to really contribute much, and I think he's going to try to get back into things as and when the pressure of work sort of lets up. So Rob and I are going to be back, and we're probably going to see some stuff from Sean on the website, on the video side of things, as and when he gets time. He's also a busy guy. You know, we're all volunteers. None of us really get paid for this, so you know, it's one of these things that we just have to kind of like work on things as and when we've got the time. So anyway, keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be more Shadow Empire coming up. I'm going to finish Conquest of Elysium, and yeah, then there's a few other bits and pieces. And as and when I find time in my schedule, I'll be putting some, you know, some new stuff up. I hope you enjoyed the Warhammer Shadow and the Fury. This is a little battle that I played earlier on, and well, I'll catch you next time. Keep exploring, guys. Take it easy.